Hi everyone, I have a new album to show you this week. I wanted to show you how I made this fun little snowman album that is going to be how I display all of my holiday pictures or pictures where I'm playing outside in the snow with my kids and they're building their snowman, and I thought I would share it with you. It is made with the Valerie Purse album by Creative Imaginations. It's one of their Bare Elements albums. It's a purse book. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'll show you in a minute. And they run about $5 at my scrapbooking store, but it's called the Valerie Purse album, and that's what it starts out looking like. And I'll show you here the back of the album. You can see how I only changed the front of it to look like a snowman. The rest of it I left as a purse, and you can see how nice and thick that is. I kind of actually like that it doesn't close so that it can sit up and be an attention getter on your fireplace mantle or on your coffee table. It kind of sits and wants to be looked at. So that's what I really enjoy about making these super thick ones that don't close, is they're more for a display piece. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I made that. It is the purse album that I covered with just your basic basil cardstock. I cut out a 3-inch circle out of, ran out of battery juice there, so had to change the batteries real quick. But let me just pick up where I left off. I did cut a 3-inch circle using my George cartridge, and I cut it out of chipboard first because I wanted it to, be a little bit durable. So I cut it with chipboard, then covered it with basil. I just used a couple of buttons, and this is a blinged out one for coal eyes and a little carrot one that came in a little seasonal packet of buttons for the nose. I freehanded the mouth, but you can Cricut cut a mouth easily, and then I just used a little bit of chalk for the cheeks there. The part that I cut out with the Cricut, I just want to show you real quick. Here's my mat. I put some black cardstock behind there so that stands out a little bit better, but here are my pieces, and you just want to make them to fit the size circle that you cut out for the face. And the cartridge that I used for this piece is the Snow Friends cartridge. It's part of Cricut's limited edition cartridges, and this happens to be one of the 3 that came out for winter. It's called Snow Friends, and you can see there's a bunch of cute snowmen on here, and I happen to use the one with the top hat and the scarf, but you can certainly do any option you want of hats and scarves and cute faces. You can even Cricut cut the face out, but that's the one I did, and I'm just going to show you a couple of more details on this. I happen to use a blue line of paper. It's an older line by 3 Bugs because I like the blue and the frosty snowflakes, and there are a lot of lines out right now that have that kind of a look. It happens to be the Oh What Fun by 3 Bugs, and this is an older stash of paper, but like I said, there's a lot of blue snowflake wintry paper out there that's really cute. I Cricut cut the letters for snow, and if you can see here on Fun, after I cut the Cricut letters out, I ran them through my Cuttlebug with an embossing folder that had snowflakes, and just added that fun little detail to the Fun to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. I used my white gel pen around the hat to just add a little bit more detail, and a cute Jolie sticker there of a poinsettia for that detail. So now I'll show you the inside of the album. If anyone's interested in buying one that's pre-done like this, I do have a few left available. This was for a past class that I taught here at the local scrapbooking store, but I do have about 10 of them left, so if you're interested in one, drop me a note and I'll email you some information, or you can go to my website, www.creativecutter.org, and find out how to get one there. The inside here, I left lots of room for pictures. I used some really fun rub-ons, a lot of winter snowflake embellishments here. Like I said, I stayed in kind of the blue themes to give it that frosty look. I created a fun little pocket here. This is, again, I just cut off the face of another Cricut snowman from that cartridge to make this fun little pocket. And I don't know if you can see there his cute little boots at the bottom. I wanted to show a picture of my kids bundled up in their winter vests, so that's going to go on that page. On this page here, I used some rub-ons again. This paper line has a couple of different color options, and I really like this red and green also. Put a stamp down here, May Your Days Be Merry and Bright, and some fun little holographic stars there. On this page I left a little fold-up tab with some bling on the snowflakes so I can do some journaling. Another spot for picture there. On this one I stamped some snowflakes. I don't know if you can see that in the background in white, and used another different line. You may recognize this one. This was out this year. But you can use your Cricut center point function to kind of cut your picture and center it perfectly there on that circle piece right there. Another blue page says "Let's Go Sledding" with rub-ons. I used my stickles and a couple of different color choices to kind of tie in that snowflake. I didn't want it to just be a bright white snowflake there. And on this page I used my stickles to kind of make snow and continue it on from that little wee rub-on there. And my fun little snowman sledding down the hill there. This page is pretty simple, and rather than put a couple pictures there, I think I'm actually going to do some journaling and write about the whole, winter time, the fun we had making snowmen, playing with the kids, that kind of a thing. I did use a gel pen there to do some little faux stitching around that and just dress it up a little bit. I know it's hard to see on this book, but that snowflake is actually made out of felt, which is a fun little embellishment. And then the last pages, again, some rub-ons. I made a cute little tag shape here with some acrylic snowflakes, a little acrylic silver brad, and this one right here, this little embellishment, is actually a postage stamp metal brad that I put a rub-on on and then use crystal effects. I don't know if you can see that dome shape there, to kind of bubble that up and make it look like a little shiny acrylic embellishment. Another spot for picture there, and you're at the end. I really enjoy these albums that kind of stand out on your coffee table, allow you to kind of display those really special pictures. I've created another one that I want to show you. This size album, Bare Elements album, has been discontinued. You can see it's quite a bit bigger, and it's how I started in actually creating these albums. I wish they still offered this. Creative Imagination no longer offers this size. But again, it's a purse album that I decorated with Monster Mash and Frankenstein's face here to kind of showcase my family's Halloween pictures. And so again, it's kind of chunky and sits up, but there's about 10 years worth of pictures in this little album, so you can see how they kind of hold a lot. Even though you might have to do some cropping, these albums hold a lot of pictures and are a great way to showcase some really special family memories. So I hope you enjoyed taking a peek at this album. If you post me a comment, I really appreciate it. It kind of helps others know whether this album was informative or offered you some great tips. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.